welcome to this week's vlog. Today's vlog is gonna be super exciting because we are here in Bali, Indonesia. We've always wanted to come here and it's just been super fun. We have been here the past 3 weeks and Bali did not disappoint.
So today we're going to talk about 5 things why you should consider coming to visit Bali.
Yeah, so Bali is located in Southeast Asia. It's this beautiful island, part of Indonesia, and it's just very unique. Like, I don't know if you know about Indonesia, but Indonesia is mostly a Muslim country, but this specific island is mostly based on Hinduism, and it's just so unique from other places that we have visited. We thought it's gonna be similar to a lot of the islands we visited, especially we've been to Hawaii, to the Philippines, but Bali is just so unique just by itself.
So number 1 is the people. Wherever you go around the world, you meet interesting and unique people. We've been to the Philippines, we've been to Cambodia, Japan, Thailand, Puerto Rico, and there's amazing people in all places. Every location has good people. But just being here in Bali was pretty remarkable because no matter who you are, where you're from, the people treat you almost like royalty.
Yeah,
Maybe.
to the point that we almost feel bad. Like, why are you so nice to us? We didn't pay that much. Everyone is just so nice. Even in the tourism industry here, like we've been to a lot of places where we don't blame them, like the sellers are just so aggressive, but here they're like so nice about it. The other day we were buying James's slippers and this guy encouraged us to bargain with him. I asked him what's the price and he said like an amount of price and I just said okay, and he's like, are you gonna bargain or you can lower it, you know? And like, where do you see that? Usually people are like, okay, like I'm gonna settle for the highest price, but here they're just so kind. Like, we haven't had any bad experience with any of the Indonesians here.
And they're really patient, they're very kind, and they are genuinely interested in where you're from, what your plans are here in Indonesia, and they just want to help you. They want to help you experience their country, their culture, and their religion. So very, very amazing.
Yeah, so if you're looking for a place to visit with very nice people, if that's in like your top requirements, if you want to visit a place, definitely consider Bali in Indonesia. Number 2 is food. Oh my goodness, I can't tell you how Bali is slowly turning me into a foodie. Even though that's like far from like what I'm actually, I just keep thinking like the food here is just so good. And in addition to that, the presentation that they do on the food is like so Instagrammable. And the best part is it's not even expensive. All the food that we've eaten, it's always less than $10. And one time, do you want to talk about the mee goreng that we bought the other day?
Oh yeah, so there's this lady who had a little cart in front of a convenience store, and we're like, hey, we're looking for some food, and so we decided to take a risk, eat some street food. Some people say don't do it, but we were like, oh, let's go ahead and do it. And she looked very nice, and she actually cooked the food from scratch right in front of us. And
So
we
it
had
was fresh.
2 plates of like, it's kind of traditional fried rice, nasi goreng here in Indonesia.
And guess how much it was? Comment down below how much you think this food is.
So the food was about $1.50.
It's so crazy. It was just $1.50. And this was not the only occasion. Like, we would go to these places. They're called Warrants. They're basically places where you can order different kinds of Indonesian food. And like, our meal one time was just $5 combined, and it's just crazy. And not just that, not just like the local street food or local restaurants, but even like the cafes and like the expensive looking restaurants, if you convert like how much you pay for it, it's so worth it.
And if you love spicy food like me, she doesn't, it's a great place because they love lots of spice. So be prepared for a fiery experience of joy and bliss. So
yeah, so if you love to try new, good, and healthy food, definitely visit Bali.
number 3 is the culture. So Bali is a really unique place. There's people from all over the world coming here. People from Europe, lots of people from other parts of Indonesia. Bali is very different from other islands here in Indonesia because it's a Hindu based religion here as opposed to Muslim. So what's really interesting is a lot of places you go around the world, the tourism industry kind of dilutes the culture and people kind of adopt more of a westernized culture and way of life. But here they're very, very true to their original roots. They still practice worshiping every day. They give offerings. They're very, very in tune with their culture. And you see that everywhere you go. All parts that we've seen, people are there, in the temples worshiping, wearing traditional clothes. And I just think it's amazing that they are holding on to that, and they're really living on what they grew up from originally.
And it's super cool because, they do their best to preserve the structure of the traditional places here. Even with Airbnbs, a lot of them encourage you, if you're gonna build your Airbnb here, make sure it's the traditional
Style and structure.
even the place that we're staying right now, it's all made of bamboo. We're gonna show you.
So welcome back. Another thing is their character. They're very, very respectful, very humble, and they're very, like I said earlier, very willing to share that with you. And they want you to understand more about their culture, and they want you to learn about how their way of life is compared to yours. And you can just learn and gain so much. As long as you're open, and you come here with an open heart, you will gain so much in terms of, building yourself and learning about people and sharing experiences.
Alright, fourth one is experiences. Bali can offer so much. Even if you feel like you've been to the most beautiful beaches, the most beautiful hiking, Bali is gonna offer something very different. It's so beautiful in here, and the experiences are not even expensive. Sometimes me and James are always let's just do it ourselves because we don't need a tour guide that costs so much. But here it's just so cheap, and it's also so worth it. I think my favorite experience that we did the past 3 weeks was snorkeling in Nusa Lembongan and Nusa Penida. I thought I've been to beautiful snorkeling spots in different beaches around the world, but oh my goodness, it was just so different. And as well as river rafting.
Yeah, for
What's
me,
your favorite?
I probably have to say I love the whitewater river rafting. It's super cool. You
Something
go-
different.
Yeah, it's like a whole experience. You go and you stop along the way. You stop at different waterfalls. You get to stand in the waterfall and experience the power as it's pounding you in the head. Also, for me, I love to surf. So there's lots of waves all over the south and the east and the west side of the islands. So tons of surfing. Also, for me, I just like riding the motorbike. I guess you could say moped. Because you get to see so much of the land.
You see it a whole different way.
It's so cool. I mean, it's pretty dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, but as long as you are really in tune with the road and you're very aware, watch what other drivers are doing, you should be okay.
Yeah, so if you ever come to I almost said Puerto Rico. If you ever come to Bali, make sure you do it for more than a week. Even if it's a week, that's fine. You can make the most out of it. But we really encourage you to stay more than a week, a month at least, if possible.
So right now, we're up in the mountains. We're close to a volcano. It's very, very rainy and wet up here. But if you go down to the very, very south, for example, Uluwatu, it's pretty dry, I guess you could say, comparatively. And you get a lot more sun. And so you get different environments. Also in Nusa Lembongan, where we went before, it's very hot and dry, but it's not too hot. Water is very crystal clear and beautiful there. So you have different environments for different places that you want to experience. So it's very diverse in that sense. So number 5 is overall, I guess, ambiance or feeling, vibe, some people say. But it's definitely a
So
place that,
nice.
you know, there's trees, there's plants, there's mountains. All these places around the world have this. But something about being here, it's just the feeling inside when you're here. It's different, you know what I mean?
I think it also comes with like the people and like their beliefs in here. They're very spiritual, I would say.
Yeah, and the internet is really fast.
Oh yeah.
Forgot to mention
The
that.
internet is so fast. So if you're like a digital nomad or like if you work with, from your laptop, this is the place.
And not just, I guess, not just the local people are super friendly, but actually everyone who comes here, they all kind of have like an intuition or just an overall kind of understanding. Hey, this is a place to be peaceful, be friendly, and it's kind of contagious. And everyone's very chill with each other. It's not very, I don't know. You don't find a lot of people fighting on the streets, maybe. I don't
No,
know.
and the crime rate is very low. It's just like you feel so one with nature. If you've seen the movie Eat, Pray, and Love,
Never seen it.
you know, I haven't seen either. But I've seen parts of it and about Bali. That's how you feel when you come here.
Yeah, and basically, it's something that you will want to bring back with you, and you'll want to continue that vibe back in your own hometown or wherever you live. It's really easy to carry with you. So, just advise coming here with an open heart, being humble, being respectful, and yeah, just being ready to grow and learn.
So
lot.
many unique experience. Like honestly, before coming here, I would always see pictures and videos of Bali, of different Instagrammers and influencers on my Instagram or TikTok, and I'm like, it's so overrated. Like people just like post so much about it. I bet it's not like that. But when we came here, it's like the pictures that you see on videos on YouTube, it doesn't give it justice. Like you have to see it for yourself. And I think we could agree that Bali is definitely on our top 5 places on our bucket list. That's our favorite place to visit.
For sure. So thank you so much for listening to a couple thoughts that we have. Remember those 5 things, and let us know if you want to come visit Bali. Maybe we can give you more tips if you have anything specific that you want to know.
We're not experts, but we'll try. We have a lot of friends that
We have some good friends that are here. So.
yeah, that they're like living here, so we'll ask them for you.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, it's been fun. Hopefully you would subscribe if this video is any helpful or if it entertained you in any way. Make sure to comment any questions that you have and leave a like.